Hello everyone. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can see it in my face. I'm so excited. Today is such a special day for me. I was 24 years, 4 months and 5 days when I got married. And today I've been married for 24 years, 4 months and 5 days. So like half of my life I've been married for as of today, or the same number of time I spent not married is the same number of time I spent married. Wow, it's like this is the midpoint for now. From tomorrow, I would have spent more years on earth married than I've been unmarried. Inshallah. Wow, it's crazy. I can't even believe that it's been this long. For me, it's never even about how long the marriage is. It's how beautiful and how I don't even have the words, honestly. For me, oh Lord have mercy. I thought I was gonna be like laughing, but I just feel like tearing up because it's been such a beautiful and amazing relationship with my husband. I remember as a teenager just looking around the marriages around me, and I felt, man, if this is what marriage is, I don't want to have anything to do with it. And I'll put my specification like I'm getting my if there's no happiness, I'm not staying. I'm getting married for that happiness, for that joy, for that love. And a lot of people felt, oh, then who will marry you? You won't get a husband then. Oh, this or that. And like for anyone, if there's any one person who is watching this and let this sort of like get to your heart, is the fact that don't believe anybody. There's always somebody for you, whether you're crazy, whether you're finicky, whether you're whatever. I'm crazy. I was crazy with it. For me, I love myself, and I'm not going to bring anybody into my circle that is not going to add to my happiness, that is going to distract from it. I don't have that time. I remember the party I met my husband, which was my uncle's bachelor's eve. There was another man, a doctor, who was sort of like interested in me and stuff like that. It didn't work out because our values don't align. Our things really didn't align. I remember on Valentine's Day 1997, which is February 14th, right? He came to my school and then he was telling me that, oh, he had bought chicken, that I should come and cook for him. I looked at him and I said, even me, I'm looking for who to cook for me. And ironically, I met him this last year, yeah? I met him last year. After all that years, since 97, I never set eyes on him. I met him last year. Like, I reminded him about it. He was just laughing. So you don't forget anything. But, just to say to you that marriage is such an amazing and beautiful thing. Honestly, it is. It's just that you have to find the right person for you. And don't be afraid, and don't be afraid to get your standard, to wait for that person who meets that your standard in terms of values, in terms of your liking the person. It's not just about love. Like I say, love is not enough. Yes, you love the person, you also have to like the person. Someone that that you're not going to be watching yourself over. You're not going to be like feeling afraid to say certain things. Someone that will add to your happiness, not someone that will reduce it. And this is for whether you're male or female, but someone that you will enjoy being with. Just sit down and gist. You can fight. Look, fighting is part of it. I mean, you yab each other like, beg, what's your, or not the one that you be counting your way. Yeah, with the person feel of. Well, for me, that's what I've had in my relationship. I have an amazing relationship where I'm not like, what will I say that he will not do this, he will not do that. And my husband has mouth there. Hey, yeah. People don't believe that my husband had mouth. Let me give you, there was one time. So Auntie Obi called me. That's what all the other question. And then we were talking. I think whether I can't remember what was it now. So she was not like, I'm looking so beautiful. And trust Auntie Obi, she can hype you. She will pump me like, you're looking so gorgeous and whatever. And then she said, we'll get Ali to add to the, is it bride price or something. Then my husband was behind, he was not like, who will pay, who will pay or something like that. And then she was like, did I just say a little talk? I was like, yes, that's how he is. I mean, he has mouth, and then we're just laughing over it. We're like, who will pay? Who will add more money? Stuff like that. But it's just that beauty where you can be yourself. There's nothing as much as you being yourself with someone and just knowing this is who you are. I remember when my husband proposed to me, I told him, look, I'm lazy, because I was told all my life that no man was going to marry me because I don't like housework. No man, who will marry you? Can't stay in a man's house and stuff. And I mean, I get mouth. I don't keep quiet. quiet. If you do something, I'll tell you. I mean, for those of you who know me, even on national, you know me. I don't know how to keep quiet and leave issue and not say something or be whatever. And they all say, oh, who will marry you? You can't stay in a man's house. And I have this. I get mind. I know. I just don't. Certain things I don't just want to hear anyhow thing, and then people just felt that, and I feel no, this for me, anybody, if I'm gonna get married, it has to be somebody not only I love. We get together. I mean, you're not going to try to put me down or make me to a slave. Don't forget, don't misunderstand. I love my husband so much. I respect my husband, but the thing is that he respects me back so much. He never takes anything for granted. And for me, the most beautiful thing about our relationship is the fact that I'm trying so hard to please him and make him happy. He too, he's trying so hard to please me and make me happy. And then it's a combination of everyone is happy. Like my husband would literally come in and say, like, is there anything you need? Is there anything you want me to do to make things happy, like easier for you as you do what you're doing and stuff like that? I'm like, no, you've done this. So if there's anything like, oh, I need you to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H for me. I mean, that's just the kind of person he is. And I also make him that way. And then, just there is only one part where we say, Mwah, I don't allocate it to anybody. You see that part? Hey. The other room, I'm in charge. As in charge. I'm in charge. As anyhow you want. Anyhow, nothing left. Any imagination. We are here to fulfill this. I am an Edo woman. Edo woman, full of blood. We know they carry last anytime, any day. And it's always like that. And that's something my husband always talk about. But I never say no to him. And I don't see people who use sex as a weapon. I saw recently a video, that was going around, and people were saying that when the woman say, oh, don't use sex as a weapon, and, make sure that your husband has it whenever he wants to and stuff like that. I know people were beefing it. For me, personally, that has been my strategy. For me, no. Even if we are fighting like this, we are in the midst of fighting. And my husband is okay, we'll make that love finish. After making that love, we'll continue our fight. He has nothing. So that's the way for me it's been in our relationship. We have nothing to say, oh, because of that, I'll be holding face, you won't touch me. No. When it comes to that part, no. We don't delegate. Every other thing that they delegate, I know they work, I know they do anything. I can stay, like I was saying somebody, I said I can stay upstairs for like a month without coming. I don't bring my food for it. My lunch is there now, they brought it up and stuff like that. But you see that department. And the way she explained it, for me, that's just the way it is. When it comes to love making, it's something that it should be not something that, oh, somebody will be begging for or something, because a lot of people do use it as abuse. There are some partners who use it to abuse their partners. They may deny them, those conjugal rights and stuff like that. So it really doesn't make sense. Like, I think if we fight, go shall do one. It might not be the way we say, if they fight, but go shall do one. It's not something to be used as a weapon. I don't know, I'm rambling, right? But I'm just saying different things. I don't know, I just want to put like 24 years of what I've learned, if there's anything there that somebody else will learn from it, and just use and then it's so for me. When I got married to my husband, the first thing I said to him, I said, look, any of your fantasy, anything you want, any kind of way that you want it, I'm here, I'm ready to give. And it's been like that even up to today. And then this, he always says, you're like, because besides I'm like a wine. The more I age, the more beautiful I am. And it's so crazy, right? Because I see a lot of people who people like taking marriage as if it's one seriously, as if it's something that shouldn't be done. No, it can actually be a very beautiful relationship. But like I always stress, you need to meet the person that is for you. And if the person is not for you, don't hold back. Some people say, well, I've invested so many years in this relationship, let the person go. The right person will come. It's not about how early you got married or how late, but it's how great your marriage is. And even in terms of religion, you're not able to fulfill the religious part of marriage if you're not happy with each other, if you're not having fun, if you're not loving each other. And that's just the beauty of it. I've been married for 24 years, 4 months and 5 days. It's so crazy. I can't even remember. It's always as if it was just yesterday I saw my husband and I fell in love with him. And for me, it was love at first sight. Yeah, love at first sight with my husband. I saw him like this. I came, because it was my uncle's bachelor's eve. I was the usher. He needed me there to be able to collect all the money that will be donated for him. And as soon as they called his name and he stood up, my heart just went boom. and that was on the 13th of December 1996. My husband is actually, I always say my husband is actually my 23rd birthday gift, because it was a day after I turned 23rd, after I turned 23, that I first saw him, and I just fell in love. Although the Baba no see me, oh, I fell in love with him, and yeah, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. I shot my shot too. Shoot the I was shooting the shot, and the shot caught the shot, and it's been 24 years that the shot has been kept. It's so beautiful. I don't even know what I'm saying. I hope this makes sense to anybody, because I just don't know. I'll tell you this thing. I'm really, 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 really happy. I'm so happy at the relationship that we have. It's been amazing. It's been we learning from each other, and it's something that we've not done recently over the years. Like in every year, we normally sit down and say, okay, we take stock of our relationship. What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? What is this person doing? Okay, what do you need to improve on? So okay, maybe it's you, this what you're doing. And it's been such growth from I was this tomboyish kind of person. Even up to today, I don't wear much of makeup. Like today, and I'm not wearing anything. Even eye pencil, eye this thing. For example, when I was before I got married, I didn't use makeup. I used to say that if a boy can be called handsome without using makeup, I as a girl should also be called beautiful without makeup. And I just rebelled against the whole thing. And then after I got married, you have to think about certain things, how to look good, how to look sexy, do things. The hijab, yeah, you wear hijab for outside. Inside the house is for sexy and looking good. And I do that. So these are things I had to learn, how to those stuff and stuff, things like that. And so it's a whole lot of learning. I remember when I first even market, I had not gone to market before. It was my mom that used to buy things, so my husband had to teach me how to do all those things. We go to market together, we buy things, we come home, we cook. He actually taught me how to like freeze food. We freeze, because even before I married him, he was cooking. He had his mother, he does everything. Weekends we cook and freeze his food. I didn't even know that it was in his house, because our own we cook that day, we finish eating it, the next day we cook again. And so all of those tough things. But the thing I appreciate most about my husband, on anything, such an amazing human being, the fact that we sort of like do not gender based rules. We do strength based rules. Like when we give birth to our son, right? For me, I'm not a morning person. I don't like waking up in the morning. My husband is a morning person. He wake up in the morning. He wake up, take care of the boy. Even when we started school, he will bathe our son, he will feed him, take him to school, and then in the afternoon I'll go and bring him back. And then when he's going, like most of anytime he's going out, I'm like, okay, because I'm a sleepy person, I'm just like, okay, sleep, don't worry, just sleep, don't worry. He will not even bother. He either grab a breakfast or he eats it out. So not even, where's my baby? Nah. He just wants you to be happy. He just wants me to be happy. That's the way he has always done things. And even me, so I try as much as possible to just do things and just make him happy. And it's been that happiness we share. So I've been somebody I'm really a spoiled wife. I won't lie to you. I'm really a spoiled wife. I mean, he does everything for me. He just wants things to be easy and happy and whatever for me. He doesn't stress me out, and anything is like, okay, what do you need? What do you need? And I know I can get anything from my husband. Anything. If I'm standing like that, okay, what's wrong? Are you okay? What happened? So as much as possible, I try not to now overdo anything I want. Or he says, as long as it will make you happy. So there are certain things I feel that okay, he might not want. So I just try not to overdo it too much, because I know definitely he will give me anything I want. And then don't abuse this thing. And so I just also make him happy. And he's always saying he's so happy, and always telling me how much he loves me. Like yesterday when I came back, I think I probably heard I love you more than 100 times. Love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And that's one thing that honestly I wanted in our relationship. I always promised myself that when I get married, I love you will be part of our language, and I'm so happy today it is. We say I love you all the time. We see each other, we're going out, we're on the phone with our children, and so it's such a beautiful, amazing relationship. It's not only just the fact that it's now 24 years, 4 months and 5 days that we've been married, but it's been such a beautiful relationship. Our love life is even more stronger, potent than it was when we met. And that's, for me, it's everything. I remember, okay, when we got married, when we were saying our prayers, one of the things I said to him was that I hope that our wedding day will be like less than the years that we have. And God has really answered that prayer. We're more in love with each other now than we were after we've stayed with each other, after we've seen each other's shenanigans and everything, like me with my mouth and everything. But it's just that, oh gosh, I love him so much. I love my husband so much, and continue to pray that God will give him good life, good health, reward him with agenda for doors, make him happy, give him the best of everything. I mean, it's such an amazing, amazing, amazing relationship that we have, and I'm really thank God for that. And I'm saying to anybody, if anybody is listening to this, or if anybody is watching this, just know that a happy marriage is doable, it's achievable. You can get it. You both have to work for it. It's not a 50-50, it's 100-100, and you must want to do for the other and make the other happy as much as possible. And if you're at that level, things will always be amazing, and they will always, work out. So don't hold back. And one of the things also is that when you have a happy home, I don't know whether it's only in this part of the country or everywhere, people sometimes try to like bully you into silence, because people, what if it doesn't happen, what if it spoils, what I like, I will enjoy my marriage. If tomorrow work, no wahala, you will say everybody will find a level. I will still be friends, we'll continue our relationship. Don't allow people to hold you back, to not allow you express how happy your marriage, because I realize a lot of people are ready to hear marriages that are unhappy or abusive or something, but they're never ready to hear about happy marriages. Early on in my life, I was feeling a bit guilty, especially my friend. Like, I had a friend she didn't have a very good, happy married life, and every time Aisha, your own is because you are just lucky. Aisha, yeah, your own. Aisha, yeah, because you are, and then it made me feel guilty. There were even times that I would just, even if we have one small issue, not an issue, maybe just a small, I go like, okay, we too, we've argued, just to not to make them feel as if, as in their own case is so bad and my own case is so good, because at one time I was really feeling guilty for the happy marriage that I have. But right now I've realized that it's all nonsense. Just enjoy your life. If any other person says sorry, but in my own case I am, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not going to feel guilty for that. I'm going to feel happy. There are so many relationships that for me, when I saw certain nonsense, I walked away. Before I got married, I don't even have the energy. If I see something that is not working, I walk it. And I have the things. Anything I'm not going to take, I tell you right from day one. That's even with my husband. That's what we did. You are crossing that boundary. I'm not going to take this. This is how we're going to do it. And there's honesty. For me, it's that honesty. We talk to each other. There's nothing that is off limit. There's nothing I can't say to my husband. I love him. I yap him. He yaps me. We have fun. I mean, it's such a beautiful and amazing relationship that I just want to say to you, it's doable. And even when they used to tell me that, hey, when will you see that kind of husband? When will you see I got him. I'm married to him, and it's been 24 years. And we look forward to marriage.